Going on, guys? I'm Jesse Rush, Flinga Bows. I'm sure you guys have heard of me. Anyway, I'm gonna go over a couple things. I've got two really nice U staves coming. One that's all heartwood that I'm gonna do an Otzi the Iceman replica style bow. I mean, his bow or stave that was found next to him argumentatively was not complete. So I'm just gonna take bows, other bows that have been found, partial bows from that era, and I'm going to work with that. Typically they had a pencil point bottom tip on the lower limb, and on the top they had nocks, self nocks, and they were usually made with stone. Otzi was found with a copper axe, so I'm going to make a copper axe, and I'm going to use that to at least rough out the bow. I may use some stone. I've got quite a bit of different flint, a lot of flint ridge and stuff like that. Plus I got a lot of dacite and obsidian up in the house. So I might use a lot of stone to work on it, but I'm also going to use regular, like, you know, an axe, some saws. I got several different sized draw knives. Got a really nice spoke shave that I just refurbished. This is a little draw knife that my friend gave me recently. And I'll tell you what, this thing's like a razor blade. And I just did that with it. And that's smooth. You don't even need to sand that. And basically I've cleaned out my garage because I can't work on yew wood inside my house, obviously. Yew wood being toxic, and my girlfriend's like overdue pregnant. She's like literally 9.5 months pregnant. So there's going to be a newborn in there any day. I cannot have dust from yew wood in there. So I'm going to work on it out here. And I just been finding a few things and straightening up. This garage was trashed. I've got my, this guy, because I have asthma, so I really don't want to just have any problems with the yew wood dust. But hang on, sorry guys. But anyways, so I found this little thing. I hung it up. I'm hanging up all my tools. Here's a homemade draw knife. I'm also sharpening all of my tools. And that's what this video is really going to be about. You can see the nice shiny edge. This was made from a file. This is like one of the best draw knives I have. I've got 3. This little one's a real one. That one's a homemade one. They're about the same size. And then I've got this beast. This is an antique that I actually got from Echo Archery. Carson out there at Echo Archery. And he sent it to me okay sharp, but not razor sharp, and I like it like that. It's kind of dull, you know, and it's good for chasing the growth ring on Osage orange. However, I'm receiving a vine maple stave and 2 yew wood staves, one without sapwood, one with sapwood, in the mail within the next few days. The one with sapwood, I'm going to be reducing the sapwood down and getting it down to about 1/8 of an inch of sapwood, and then I'm going to make a flat bow out of that one. And if I don't feel comfortable with it, I can always back it with some whitetail rawhide that I also ordered. The vine maple bow, I'm probably going to make, I don't know, I might make a home guard bow, but otherwise I might just make the old Flinga bow. You know, it's the style of bow that I'm good at making, you know, the one that I like the most. It's kind of got like a 6-inch static limb at the end and knife the tips and whatever. But I went ahead and sharpened this is what I'm getting at. But I didn't make it a razor blade. It's kind of sharper on the edges, you know, out here on the, here and here, you know, that area and this area is the sharpest. And this area is not as sharp, obviously, because that's what I scrape a lot with. But I sharpened it a lot more. But what you do is, what I do, is I take my file, the fine side, and I, you know, find the bevel. I mean, I hold it sideways so that I can see the bevel. And let me see if I can do this all with one hand here. This is going to be kind of hard, but whatever. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. So I find that bevel, and I stay on it, right? I hope you can see that. And then you create a burr. So when I flip it over onto the other side, the flat side, I just make sure that I'm exactly flat. And I stroke back and forth like that. Now I already did it to this, and this is perfect how I want it. So now I'm gonna find a place and hang it up. Now these are my homemade cabinet scrapers that I made out of actually strap material for trusses. And then I just glued a, this is actually cypress. Cypress handle, and this one's got a little piece of leather on it. Now, I didn't know what I was doing when I made these, and I made them like a chisel style bevel, like a sharpened like a chisel. And it kind of works okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Now, see the sharpening? I've learned that you have to have a burr on these, so I'm going to flatten them like a 90-degree flattened area, and then I'm going to take a burnishing tool and burnish to where they got a nice little burr that you can grab with your fingernail. And that is how you properly sharpen a scraper. And with yew wood, you need a scraper, especially to get the bark off and such. So this is going to be where the Otzi the Iceman bow is being built. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to hit the subscribe button because I'm about to start recording a lot of really cool stuff. All right, guys. Peace.